I'm Caution with Theoretical Jokers News, and today is a special episode. We're going to be looking for answers to Wing Gundam Zero. Come with me. Out here today in the wilds, looking for answers. Answers to what exactly? I don't know. There's like dog shit everywhere. They all the same. They all the same. You know what I mean? Yep. Doesn't matter. Rick Diaz, Liferous, Ale Strike, they all the same. They all the same. You see this canyon? This canyon's a lot like playing against Wing Zero. You're stuck with walls called blockers at your side. And you wonder, what can I do? It's this inevitability that scares people, that no matter where we go, it only leads one way, down the canyon. But I have an answer for this. Follow me. As we enter further into the canyon, you realize that this inevitability, even at a curve, is still there. That no matter what direction we go to, the Wing Zero coming down on turn 8 is going to happen. And that's okay. Because as we journey along further, I'll find the answer to Wing Zero. Turbulent roads up ahead. Watch yourself now. There's bugs in my ear. Get out of here! Little swarm! Ugh. Okay. As I'm coming out of the canyon, I've noticed one thing, and one thing I see a lot. Wild Sharzaku 2s, an elusive species. When linked, it gets high maneuver. And why is that important? We'll find out here soon. Earlier I mentioned Sharzaku 2. It is a key piece in defining the natural predator of Wing Zero, and that is called the 1-year war. As we near this next location, be on the lookout, for we are going to find this evasive creature out in the wild. And here we are, the bridge that Wing Zero has created for us, a path that we inevitably follow. You see, Wing Zero is a deck that likes to go over every deck in the format right now with Wing Gundam Zero, a board wipe and high maneuver. But what if I told you that the answer has been here right in front of us the whole time? The thing that we've been looking for, the 1-year war. It is this water that currently resides under me. You see, as Wing Zero is a deck that wants to go over, 1-year war is a deck that wants to go under. It is a deck that can win on turn 4 or 5 before Wing Zero is even able to come out and play. And that is the importance of deck lists like these. Deck lists that run Amuro and Char, that just negate the effects of early blockers. And even decks that go a little off the beating path, that run the Set Grandpa and even Red or the White Gundam. Decks that want to play these links. One-year war. Here's the actual deck tech part. Don't look at me like that. Anyways, here is your generic list. The importance of this list is that it is kind of the first to win a actual like regional, and it was very, very well made in terms of ratios and things you need. The idea of playing things that always keep up pressure, like the set Sharzaku 2, making you the token, and the other Sharzaku 2 that's always finding you gas. This idea of the deck is super, super interesting. The other thing that's really cool and the addition of the deck was actually adding the Amuros. The Amuros kind of made the what 1 Year War is. Amuro is probably the most busted pilot in the game. And just being paired with a pilot that gives your units high maneuver just kind of makes the blockers useless. So you're looking at ratios like 8 Sharzaku 2s that are linkable and 4 Grandpas that are linkable. And because Amuros is an on-pair effect, it even helps with the set Sharzaku 2 in terms of making that token and even resting the enemy unit. Sorry, I'm looking over there, there's bugs. Anyways, then we can actually get on to things that are, you know, a little bit of variety to what is going on and merging into what like set 2 is and like the current meta of like Wing Gundam. Wing Gundam isn't even playing Death Sice anymore. They're playing a little more greedy with ramping with bird mode. So now you can try to play a deck that's even faster. People have been cutting the show resolves. The show resolves aren't even being seen in the deck anymore. You can start playing things like the White Gundam. The importance of the White Gundam is you're getting another linkable unit for Char to give it high maneuver and always get in there for more damage, as well as they're also playing another Amuro link just to have the 6 cards that can link with Amuro to always apply pressure against those blockers. Another variation of the deck is the Rick Dom version. Rick Doms are also just very good in the mirror matchup. That is a version that kind of came up when 1 Year War was a little more prevalent in the meta. Sadly, 1 Year War's bad matchups right now is into red-white and even other aggro decks like blue-purple. These decks coming into the meta has kind of pushed 1 Year War back just a tad, just because red-white is a deck that can just always control the board and apply that pressure. And blue-purple is in the same element as 1 Year War, but it never loses steam. With Barbados First Form, you're always drawing cards. With the other Grandpa, that when you play it and you link, you're drawing cards. You also just have a lot of unconditional ping with Gusan Rebuke, as that's also a blocker, which is nuts. And also same with Mikazuki. It's these cards that really have pushed 1 Year War back just a tad, but that's okay. This deck is actually still very good. I actually think that people need to just play around with it more, see ratios, see what cards that they can add and remove, because right now we're still sitting in that circle meta that we saw in set 1. And I think right now if we play this version of the deck that is a little more link heavy, you might find a little more success because it is a little faster than if you were just playing like a classic 1 Year War. Maybe Rick Doms lose a little bit of value into these blocker heavy metas, but that's okay because it's still such a great card that's able to apply pressure and kill enemy units. But yeah, that's the deck tech, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.